Hi guys, today I'm going to make a hairpin leg slab table with a drawer. I'm Linn and this is the Darbin Orvar channel. So first of all, I got this beautiful maple slab and I immediately thought this would make the perfect tabletop. It's a little spalted and has so much variation in the grain. I just think it's beautiful. To go with this, I figured hairpin legs would be perfect. So here's a little mock-up. Of course, the wood is not exactly flat, so I'm wedging it to plane it. I'm starting with the scrub plane, which cuts out large amounts of material and creates divots. And then I'm also going to use the low-angle jack plane to smoothen it out. This was really challenging wood to plane, because the grain is going in every direction, so it took some time to get flat. And because I'm using the scrub plane, and because the wood goes in every direction, that's why I can plane from every direction too. So I'm working towards getting one side flat, and then I can bring it out to my thickness planer and flatten the other side from there. But first I want to clean up the edges, so I'm squaring up the slab and cleaning it up with a circular saw. And then I can run the straight side against the fence on the table saw. At this point I did a whole lot of planing over and over and over until it was flat. I also put on some epoxy to fill in any voids. And once that was dried, I sanded a lot. Okay, so let's move on to the design here. I'm going for a drawer underneath, and I want it to look like it's floating. For the drawer, I'm using MDF, so cutting that up. I've got all the pieces here, and it's pretty much a box within a box because of the drawer. So really simple construction, just glue and the nail gun. And I really like this technique when you don't want to mess around too much. And of course, it's important to get these nice and square. Once I built it, I tried it on and realized the drawer was just a little deeper, a little thicker than I wanted it to be. It was more like this, and I wanted it to be like this. So I built another one that was a little shorter. And that's one reason why I was using MDF, because it's cheap and easy enough to test and change and build another one. And in terms of paint, I'm going with black chalk paint, because I really like that matte finish, and I thought a black drawer would look nice. For the slab, I'm going with the first coat of shellac on all sides, and then I did polyurethane on top of that. Sometimes I really like these kinds of projects where each part is quite simple, and it's just a matter of putting it all together. To attach the drawer to the slab, I'm just using small brackets. And when it comes to the hairpin legs, you just drill holes and screw them down. Very simple. Now for the drawer, I need some kind of pull, and I decided to go with leather. This is just a strip of veg tanned leather that I'm folding and also thinning to make it less thick around the fold. To make the leather just a touch darker, I'm adding some of my mineral oil wax polish. And I also picked up a nice brass bolt, and I'm just securing it to the drawer with a nut on the other side. To make sure the drawer runs smoothly in and out, I'm also applying some of my mineral oil wax polish on the bottom, and that makes a big difference actually. And to make sure the top is extra smooth, I'm putting on some of the tung oil polish here. So here is the finished piece, and I mean the biggest thing here that I love first of all is the slab. It is a gorgeous piece of wood and there's just so much movement in it, which I really love. I'm really anxious to be able to have this in my home because I really love the top here. Now the drawer, this was one of those things that you know, I was thinking about and looked great to me on paper in my head, and I was wondering if it was going to translate to reality because sometimes that's not always the case. But yes, it definitely did. I'm really happy that I made the drawer a little smaller, like not as deep as I first was thinking, because I think this looks a lot more proportional and a lot better. Another thing is this little leather pull here. I have been meaning to do this on a project for the longest time, and I really think it fit here. So yeah, I also really like just using the hairpin legs because it's such a simple concept. They're so simple to put on, and I think they really up like any piece of furniture. Really adds a great style, a really very nice and kind of elegant look, which is really cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank my patrons for supporting my work, and if this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!